So there's no question that there is a well-established framework globally for managing privacy issues. And here we are on the left in blue. You see that the really well-known data protection principles that apply globally. But then let's look to see how they're applied in the generative AI context. And we have a problem because these principles are in many ways antithetical to how generative AI works. So just to quickly run through them. It's not clear what legal basis would apply to the processing of generative AI data. You can't really get consent. Contractual necessity as a legal basis is too limited. And legitimate interest basis is difficult to justify when there's no transparency. So that's tough. There's no meaningful way to provide transparency. How do you provide notice in the context of data scraping? Really can't do it. And similarly, there's no real practical way to obtain consent with respect to the processing of sensitive personal information. The purpose limitation is really impossible to achieve when there are thousands of new and unforeseen uses of generative AI. And what about the data minimization principle? Completely in tension, really direct conflict with AI when AI is all about the hoarding of data. And I'll just note here, I sat on a panel with a data scientist a few years ago, and she said, I collect data the way I collect shoes, in every style and every color. So there we are. And that's what generative AI is all about. The storage limitation principle, it conflicts directly with the need to retain data for training the model and also for traceability. So we have a problem there. Regarding individual rights, there's virtually no ability to allow individuals to exercise data protection rights. How do you provide access to the data sets? How do you correct inaccurate output when there may be millions of results each day? How do you delete data in the model? Rules around automated decision-making, very, very difficult to manage. How do you provide an explanation of the logic involved when we know that top researchers are truly puzzled by some of the outputs, and some of our best and brightest can't explain it all? So, we're in a world of hurt then with respect to automated decision-making, because we really can't provide redress to individuals if there are decisions that are made that are problematic. So how do we ensure that things don't go wrong? We can't.